And your name, sir?
Dale Granstaff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're...
I'm one of the, there's two game wardens in this county. Jeremy Odom's the other. I work on normally the north side of the river. He works on the south side of the river. We kind of split it up. And I've been here 5 years right now, and he's been here about the same amount of time.
Where are you from?
Smith County, Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
Started out in East Tennessee, up in Sullivan County, Bristol.
Okay. So how did you end up in this job? Would you school and all
Just wanted to do it since I was in high school and then through college.
Okay. Where'd you get your degree in?
It got my degree at Tennessee Tech in Cookeville in biology and wildlife management.
I see. That's great. Tell us about the game laws now in the state of Tennessee, and especially in our area. How many deer you can get in the season and all that.
Well, Montgomery County is probably is blessed with probably the best deer herd in the state as far as quality deer. We have more of the larger, say, 8, 10, 12-point bucks come out of this county than any other county in the state.
Wow.
And we're also in what's called a liberal zone this year, and that's going to allow you to take 3 deer per day. As soon as the rifle season opens up in November, you'll be able to take 3 antlerless deer per day every day that the season's open, which is a lot of deer. It's approximate. If you take everything you can take throughout the season, you'll take over 120 deer.
Great.
So it's very liberal. There's really no reason to try to poach because you can take all you can possibly handle.
Right. So why is that? I mean, why so liberal? I mean, what's going on?
We're just trying to knock back on mainly the doe herd, the antlerless herd. And if you're going to take an antlerless, we prefer you take a doe instead of a button buck.
Right.
So try to be careful with it, but trying to knock back the herd. We're getting to the point where the hunters are not wanting to take. They're looking for a trophy buck, and they're passing the doe. We're trying to give them as much opportunity as possible to knock the herd back a little bit.
Okay. Now, why do you want to knock the herd back?
I mean, you can drive around at night and see there are deer everywhere. We're getting collisions with vehicles. Just the other day, we had a collision with a school bus. So
wow.
Interstate every night right now. This time of year, we're having collisions. So we're having a few farm depredation permits coming out in the summertime. So we're just trying to control it before.
What kind of damage is the deer herd doing to farms and crops and such as that?
We don't get a lot of complaints every year, but we do get several damage complaints given out right around the edges of the crops, right where the woods meet the crop. They'll come in and eat on some of the corn or eat some of the soybeans, but it's not too bad.
Yeah. So deer are animals of the edges. That's how
they're on the edge. Yeah.
All right, so the biggest issue then is really the
hunters.
road.
Well, the road. Yeah, the road. But we are encouraging the hunters to take the antlerless deer. I mean, that's the reason we went to a liberal bag limit, and it's just going to be up to them to try to help maintain the herd, manage it.
And a big plus about it, if you can take 3 does a day, even if you don't want them, aren't there some programs for hunters to turn in the meat to the needy?
Yeah, there are some programs, and the best way to find out, I guess, the nearest processing place to take care of the deer would be to call our Nashville office, and we've got a 1-800 number. It's 1-800-624-7406, and they can give you some information on that.
That's great. So everybody really needs to make sure.
This is our hunting guide, 2004 hunting and trapping guide, and if you just pick that up, any of our local check-in stations, all the Walmarts, Kmarts normally will have one of these, and that's got all our regulations in it.
All right, now, and discuss briefly the laws pertaining to getting permission to hunt and what you got to have on your person on posted property and all that.
Okay, a lot of people think you don't have to have, a lot of people think if the property's not posted, they can go on it. The property doesn't have to be posted. It's illegal to go on someone's property if you don't have permission to be on there. So, and a lot of the landowners think that if they don't have it posted, they can't do anything about it. But if someone's on your property, they don't have permission to be there, then you can prosecute them in court.
So permission constitutes you got to have it written in your pocket on your person?
You don't have to have it written. It's a good idea to have it written, but if the landowner knows you and they know you have permission to be there, you've asked permission, and they don't have to have a written permission. It's just if it's verbal, it's fine. But if I come up on you and check you, and I call the landowner and he says no, that person doesn't have permission, then we'll go from there. We'll deal with it from there.
What happens then?
Normally, it's just a fine. You'll get a citation, and it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about a $225, $30 ticket.
Can you not also have the possibility of losing your rights to hunt?
Yes. Yeah, and if you're a habitual offender, it'll definitely come down to that.
You
You'll
can lose your
rights.
hunting and fishing rights in the state of Tennessee for the rest of your life, really.
Yes,
couldn't
you could, possibly.
It ain't worth it, folks.
And we're trying to enter a pact right now with several surrounding states. If you lose your hunting privileges here, then we will. You'll lose your privileges in surrounding states. So,
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for
All
taking
right.
time to talk to
All
us.
right. No problem.
Dale Granstaff with the TWRA.